Good morning, Flosstube. It's Lori of Mischievous Stitches. I want to welcome everyone to my channel this morning. I'm very glad that you stopped by to visit with me today. This past week, I've continued to focus on this piece. I've gotten a lot of progress. I'm very happy with the amount of progress that I did get today. I did a color conversion from this to shades of red. Let me pull my piece out. So here I am. So when I left you last week, I was still working on that center circular motif. I had two of the what I'm calling leaves. These two were left undone. And some of the scroll work was completed inside of it, but the leaves themselves were not completed. So I got all that done. So this center motif here, it's complete, and I'm very happy with that. After completing that up, I decided I want to see where the corner is. I want to see what, be able to compare what the size of the piece is going to be. So I started working up from this piece and over to the corner. I'm not quite there yet. I'm close. So this is the next border that's going to be going around. I'm sorry, this one here, this lighter one, is going to go around the edge of this circular one and these little bubbles. So this week, that's what I'm going to focus on is this, what I've started here, and again down here, you can see it a little bit. It's a lighter peach color, flesh color. But I do want to get up to the corner first. So this is the next outer ring, and then there will be some scroll work in this red, similar to this, and this corner up here, and then that'll be that edge. So this is actually the top of the piece. And then, like I said, there'll be some scroll work here, and that'll be the corner. And that'll give me a good idea of how the size of the piece. So I'm very happy with the progress. So all of this up here was completed this week. And portion of that next border going around and all of this inside. So I'm making some good progress. So if I can keep up with that, I will run into August. If you remember, I shared that I'm gonna be joining a friend for a stitch along on a Bristol sampler on August 1st. And I was hoping to have that finished. That's not gonna happen, but I should be relatively close that I can work on both of them simultaneously, focusing on this one for finish. And definitely I should finish it in August, and then I can give all of my focus to the Bristol sampler. So what else have I been doing this week? I've only stitched on that one. But I had a couple of pieces that needed buttons. I don't know why I put the buttons off. I had 3 pieces. One of them has been completed for years. I knew where the button was. I just have not, for whatever reason, I have procrastinated for years. And putting that button on. So since I had 3 of them now, and one of them was a recent finish, one of them was a finish from earlier this year, and the other one, as I said, is a previous finish from a long while ago. And I just wanted to get them finished up. So what I did is every night I took one of the buttons and I set it on my table beside my stitch nest. And that was my goal when I first sat down, was to put that button on. So the first one I put a button on was this one, because I've had it finished. I did not have it shared as a finish on my Instagram account, and all I needed to do was put that button in. So I pulled out my needle and thread, put that button in, and had this complete finish. The next one I pulled out was a heart and hand. It's the collector's heart from this year. I had a lot of fun with this one. It's a red piece, and I think it's using the Cottage Garden threads, which was a new to me thread. I enjoyed working on this. I just never pulled the button from the pattern and put it in its place. So where's the button? The button is here. So I got that one finished up, complete, and that felt good. And this other one, I should have looked it up before I filmed, and I didn't. I'm pretty sure it's a Bent Creek, and it's one of the Snapperland, part of the Snapperland series, and this button is now on the piece, so it's completed. So this is it. It's an Autumn Snapperland. I don't know that that's the name of the pattern, but if you're looking for it, that may be a way to find it. I will look the pattern up and link it in the description box below, just in case you want to get one for yourself. I don't know if they're still in print. With it being Bent Creek, I would think that they are. But if you see, there's a button right down there in the center in the wording, and the wording reads, "Autumn is a second spring when every leaf is a flower." And in the center of that phrase, there is an acorn button. And so now that is finished. I stitched that many years ago, and I think my favorite element in this is the barn and the corn and the scarecrow. I really love it. I think the border, I can't remember if it's like a Lizzie Kate where the border you have to download it. I don't remember that, but I do have the beach scene. There's another one that is a beach scene, and I had that one as well, and I really need to get that stitched up. What else do I have? So I pulled out one other piece today because in just a few minutes, shortly after I film this video, my husband and I are packed up and ready to head to the beach for the weekend. It's just a couple of hours away from us, and so I wanted something to stitch along the ride. And I'm not sure that my current focus piece is going to allow me to do that, but I'm going to take it anyway, just in case. And I just pulled a random one, a whip that I had, and this is Silver Creek Samplers, "The Lord is My Shepherd." And I think I showed this a few weeks ago when I had just randomly pulled some whips from my stash to share. But this is where I'm at on that. I'm sorry I didn't iron it. So I may just work on that. So I'm thinking, because on this one, I'm here on this band, that I should be able to get into a rhythm and find it easy to stitch without having to pick up the pattern so much. And it'll make it a pleasant stitch for the car. So I'm going to take that one as well. And I've got it in a bag that I made. I remember my first year of filming Flosstubes, I used Vanna Pfeiffer's tutorial and stitched up a few project bags. And now I have a lovely collection of project bags, not only that I have stitched, but others have stitched. But I was doing them one for each month. So I would choose a color for the holiday of that month, and I was stitching them up. So that is a Made by Lori bag. What else do I have here? Oh, I shared this on my last video. This is Cottage Garden Samplings, Cottage Garden Samplings, October 31st. And I will be hosting a stitch along with Kenzie of Mudpuppy Stitchery on this one. We're gonna start it on October 1st, but don't run out and buy it. We are partnering up with one of the local shops to me, and we've got some information we'll share with you so that in upcoming videos. So hold off on buying it. If you want to join along with us, which I would love for you to do, but we're going to host a sale starting October 1st. And within the next 2 weeks, I'll have more information to share with you, not only the shop that will be partnering with us, but some information coming from the shop. So be on the lookout for that. And other than that, I think I'm excited for the day. I have not been to the ocean or had my feet in the ocean so far this summer, so I'm looking forward to that. Right now it's raining. I'm not sure about the coast. We're gonna go anyway because not only is there the beach, there's great seafood. So I'm really looking forward. We have reservations for a new restaurant to us tonight, and I'm looking forward to having some great seafood. And also on the way, I'm taking a couple of books. If you have not read this lady, this is Sarah McCoy. This is the second book of hers that I have read. I will probably finish this one today or tomorrow, and this is The Map Maker's Children. The first book I read from her was The Baker's Daughter, and it was set in Germany during World War II, and it was a very good book. This one is set in the South during Civil War times, and it's to do with the Underground Railroad. And if I finish this one, which is very good, I have another that I ordered after the first one was so good, and this one is turning out to be a really good book. I ordered another one from the same author, and this is Marilla of Green Gables. I love the Anne of Green Gables series. I've shared that with everyone before. I read them as a young girl and again as a teenager, the whole series, and this is of Marilla. I'm looking forward to seeing her spin on Marilla's life prior to Anne entering the scene. So there's those. And other than that, I'm just going to enjoy the weekend. I hope to soak up some sun and just relax. Just relax. Let the cares of the world and the work week and the home life just roll off my shoulders and enjoy the sound of the ocean, watch the pelicans fly by, and soak up a little vitamin C. It's going to be a hot one. I'm sure it's hot here in the South as it is all over the U.S. I cannot get over the temperatures in Texas and Arizona. We do have the humidity here, which makes it a little bit different. The temperature may only read 98, 99, but with the humidity, one day this week it was 115. So it's the humidity that makes it oppressive here. But Arizona and Texas, that's a whole different type of heat. So my thoughts and prayers are there with you guys dealing with all of that. But everyone have a wonderful week. Stay inside in the cool. Get some stitching done, or dip your toes in the ocean like I'm going to do today. But either way, whatever you're doing, enjoy it and cross those stitches. Until next time.